mascara. Erase, I wanna look good for you. I always comb my hair. Pink, blue, purple. I wanna make it good for you. If I wear a dress, he will never call. So I wear much less. I guess I'll wear my camisole. If I wear a dress, he will never call. So I wear much less. I guess I'll wear my camisole. Make up, make up, make up, make up. I'm not ready yet. Make up. Smoke a cigarette. I'm not ready yet. Make up. Smoke a cigarette. I'm not ready yet.
Try your luck. Break a balloon, win a baboon, right over here.
They didn't know that in that wild, frenzied ride, they'd pass from the living. This picture begins where Hitchcock stopped and climaxes in nerve-shattering terror.
I had to kill him.
Carnival of Blood. A colorful merry-go-round of death. Get out of line, and you're in the Carnival of Blood. In this game, the best prize you can win is your life.
And look at the cards again!
No, please, help!
To witness the unfolding of these detailed events with a friend, someone who might remain unchanged throughout this traumatic experience. Carnival of Blood, a Kurt Films presentation, coming to this theater soon.
And another bloody chiller.
A quiet town, nestled in the California foothills. A timeless place, where past and present merge. Curse of the Headless Horseman. Violence rages as an age-old curse comes to life, leaving death in its trail. Terror and a new excitement explodes on the screen. See Curse of the Headless Horseman, coming to this theater soon. Rated PG.
Rated PG. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Man, I love Curse of the Headless Horseman. I'm so excited about both these movies next week. So I saw someone say this looks nice and grimy. Tim said, yeah, a lot of grime next week. Both people going to carnivals getting destroyed and hippies getting destroyed. And a crazy plan to inherit a ranch and make a stunt show. Can it happen?
So many screams.
Sure. So many screams. Man, that scene of the girl covered in blood, they're like, this looks kind of like Manson-y. Let's put that in the trailer. Yeah. Hey, we're back from the beach. This is all a plot to stay young. People do anything to stay young, especially Aztec gods that should never get old.
And they still dress up, even though they're at the beach and there's probably bugs swarming around all the time. You could see them in a lot of the shots.
Yeah.
The movie lights were like drawn bugs. They showed up on camera. So they were being swarmed. Ugh.
Yeah. Mike said he really enjoyed Bloodthirst, and the Army Hammer looking lead was a total smoke show.
Yeah, I kind of thought you'd like him, Mike.
Good looking people in this. Also, I liked at the end that the girl keeps throwing those smoke bombs. She's like, smoke bomb, smoke bomb, smoke bomb.
What did she do?
She's trying to disappear because usually disappeared. It's just not working out.
She did disappear, though. Like her clothes disappeared and her ring was left behind.
Oh,
or did she die?
She died. She got old. She started like aging.
Yeah, but she threw something in. It's like she got them somehow.
I like how they say goodbye to him, and it's like he still found time to fall in love when he was on the island being a sex crimes cop. Yeah. And like you said, everybody's dressed up. Vic Diaz, super dressed up. White suit on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
There's sand on the beach. You get dirty. Like, I don't get it.
That sounds like Suddenly Last Summer.
Suddenly Last Summer.
Oh, I love the motels.
One summer never ends. One summer never begins. That's a great
Martha
song.
Davis, baby.
Her daughter dated what's his name? Tim Burton, because he directed one of their videos and he met her daughter and they dated for a while.
It's a small world.
It is.
One minute you're in the motels, the next minute you're related to Tim Burton.
It could happen. I'm so glad we watched these together. These are a total vibe. Like I love both these movies, and that print, the Vinegar Syndrome print, was great. It. Like that's like the nicest it looks. So yeah, I'm glad that people were on the wavelength of these two movies tonight.
I think there's something special, both of them.
Yeah,
even though they're sort of like afterthoughts almost, they were both B features, part of another double feature at least, and there were other movies that seemed to be more high profile. But in the end, both of them ended up above average, I would say.
I'd say too. They're like, they're programmers, or like you said, B ones, but like they're competently made and they're quick, like 70 some minutes. They don't overstay their welcome. They know exactly what they're here for. We're here to see dancing, and this was a lot of soap opera too. It's like, oh, I had a husband and he killed his wife, and when it was time, I waited long enough to be with him. Like, there's a whole bunch of drama in this. Loving it,
This movie contained one of my pet peeves. It's when there's a song being played and the audience is clapping, but they're not clapping in sync with the song.
Yeah.
Which is really annoying.
Yeah, that part's a little rough. Hey, not connected to the movie, but I got excited about it. I do my Murder She Wrote posts. This week's Murder She Wrote has what's her name from The Sentinel, uh, Christina
Christina
Rains.
Rains.
Yeah, Christina. This episode has the craziest cast: Christina Rains, Robert Goulet, Cesar Romero, Cappuccine, uh, Stuart Granger. Like it's like a crazy cast. Like how did they get all these people?
That's
in this
almost as
cast?
good as the cast for the Sentinel.
Oh my god, it is very much the sentence. She's like, I'm in another movie with old Hollywood. Actually, Christina Rains plays Cesar Romero's new wife, and Cappuccini was the other wife. Cappuccini also in Lamberto Bava's Delirium Portraits of Gloria, the same year that she was in Murder She Wrote. A little different, right? Like it seems like Murder She Wrote, there was like price and budget. She was treated like a star, and like, hey, do you want to be in this movie about a Playboy kind of thing gone wrong? But whatever, it's all good.
So this movie was sort of about rich people as well.
Yeah.
They inhabited some
of
very
rich-
upscale places in these islands, where there's probably a whole lot of poverty
Yeah,
that exists but yet these people are living the life.
it feels like how Cuba was before the revolution. Like there were all these casinos, and like these rich Americans would come down and, do you know what I mean, and party it up.
Well, this was Manila, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like that's a big city, but
Yeah,
you know.
but I like the what do you call it, the nightlife of this. I like the nightlife. Also, I like the boogie. So that's how I see it. Yeah, I like also the evil queen or whatever she is in this. I just like that. Like you don't expect her. You don't expect the blonde, beautiful one to be the evil one, and it's like, yeah, well, that's what this movie's bringing to you.
I expected it.
I know. I
knew.
I'm fooled again and again.
Yeah.
They get me again and again. And I'm like, damn it, fooled for the 50th time.
She was mean. I have to say, she was really mean.
Oh, I didn't know
She
this.
didn't have to be bothering people like she was. Just because she wants to keep her beautiful face, that's not right.
Yeah.
I'll
But
come
you know
right out
what?
and say
Like,
it.
how many movies have we seen where somebody wants to keep that beautiful face and it takes so long?
I love when there's eyes without a face.
Yeah. Well, how many of those have we shown? We haven't shown Eyes Without a Face, but we've shown every ripoff of it. It feels like we would just like, yeah, my daughter's eyes don't work, or my daughter's face got burned in a car wreck. Like, it'd be a good idea.
Someone's face got burned in a car wreck.
I mean, Ease and Corruption, also Eyes Without a Face in a way too. It's very similar.
Not a woman's picture, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm inside the TV screen. Yes. The beach, though. I don't like beach vacations, but this movie's changing my mind.
You really don't like?
I don't like the beach. No, I don't like vacation either. So I'm weird. I like just my idea of vacation is just sitting down in the movie basement, writing, watching movies.
Well, traveling is very stressful for me too.
It is.
I have to admit, like there are some people I just don't understand it when they're like, "Oh, I love to travel." Like, really? Do you have your own private jet or something? Because I don't like going to the airport for anything.
The Atlanta airport was wild how busy it was.
Yeah.
Like it was like an hour and 15 minutes in the TSA line. And like, I have a laptop and I have a belt and I have do you know what I mean? Like all the things. And it's just like, oh, I just can't wait to get through this line, through this experience so I can go not sit and not have a place to wait for the plane. And it's just like, I'm not comfortable until I'm on the plane and my seatbelt's on. And then inevitably it's like, will the seatbelt fit? Like, that's how I judge how good the trip will be. Like, will I need to say, excuse me, could I have the extender, please? I'm very fat. And luckily I didn't both these trips. Also, no good movies on the plane this time. Usually, like, I find something really bad to watch, like Reagan or Trap. Not this time.
Trap.
Oh, Trap.
I do like beach vacations. Our family used to do beach vacations when I was younger, and I loved it.
Oh
I
yeah.
look forward to it every year, and we always got a place on the right on the shore in North Carolina.
Oh well, that's nice.
And yeah, it was a nice little place, and you would go hang out, and like to get to the beach, you'd walk through the dunes, and there was all this like vegetation growing in a pathway. It
Hmm.
was very tiki, and then,
Oh
then
wow.
you get out there. I just loved hanging out there. I thought it was a great place. Only, it was very out of the way, and there weren't a whole lot of people there when we went when I
Well,
was
that's
younger.
nice then.
And then the older I got, the more the place got built up, and then all of a sudden there were a whole bunch of people. And then there were like, suddenly there were 3 city blocks behind there, whereas there used to only be the cabins on the beach. So
We used to go when my first wife, her family had a beach property in North Carolina. We'd go there, and I remember the little town that was there, still had a video store. This is like in the late 2000s. Um, and I was like, "Can we stop at that store?" No. And I'm like, "There's still a video store in this town. Like, we should really go." No, we're not. And I was just like, "Cool, thanks."
one of my best beach vacations was 1981,
Mm.
and there was a little store near there, and like near our cabin. And I don't even remember what was in there. I guess it was just a rec room or something, but they had a Pac-Man and a
Ooh.
couple other arcade games. They had a pool table, and they had a jukebox.
Oh,
And one of the records that I played all summer long was Stars on 45.
oh, they keep on glowing in your eyes.
Oh my God.
How about in
Everyone hated it.
The Last Starfighter, in the trailer park he lives? There's that one video game, and it's outside. There's like nothing. I know it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. It doesn't rain in Southern California, wherever the song says. But like, it's
Albert Hammond.
it's an outside video game. It's just like sitting there. Like there's no roof or anything. It's wild. I think about that a lot.
It
But
has
like,
to be covered, and it's not like
yeah,
it's not going to rain there.
yeah, you're not going to get dew in the morning. Like this is an electronic game, as we used to call them before there were video games. I love though whenever you go to the beach or miniature golf or or like those kind of places when you're on vacation, and there would be these little arcades that were just like kind of outdoory. Do you know what I mean? Like you'd like be like a little shack with a bunch of games in it. What an amazing time to be alive.
I never went to a place like Manila though, and
No.
this is a little bit more tropical. Both of the locations that we were in tonight with
I
these
went to
two
Jamaica
black and white
once.
stunners. Did you really?
Yeah. On a cruise to Jamaica, and we got off the boat, and they literally had like a little beach bar set up, and I was like, I just want to stay here. I don't want to get back on the boat. And they just had Red Stripe, and we just sat there, and they played music, and it was like, this is awesome. And I was like, we should go shopping. Like, no, we should just sit here and drink Red Stripes. This is good. This is like the most relaxed I've been this entire vacation.
I went to Paradise Island in the Bahamas once. I
Not
saw Diana
Themyscira,
Prince.
where Diana Prince is from.
Yeah, I went to visit Diana Prince and Drusilla. She's all grown up. You ought to see her.
Oh.
Anyway, it was before they had that casino there, Atlantis. They were building it when we visited, and it was mostly just a bunch of concrete. But they did have the lagoon with all the fish in it, where you could walk it through tunnels underneath of it and look up at barracuda and stuff like that. It was fun, and I loved being in the Bahamas. I thought it was beautiful.
We used to go to
this felt like that.
We used to go to Orlando every year for vacation, but one time we went for like 3 weeks. I don't know how we could afford to go for so long. I think because we got a timeshare and it was cheap. But we went to Cocoa Beach, and it was pretty nice actually. It was fun, and just went to the beach every day and just got groceries and ate. Like it was a fun. That's one of the few beach trips I think of that I had fun. We also went to Cape Canaveral, which you got to do, right? And,
I think Chip and K-Ran used to live in Cocoa Beach.
Oh, did they? Wow.
Yeah, they used to post stuff about. Well, they still do. They must live somewhere where they can see rockets being launched.
Yeah, that's pretty close to it. I went to the Ron John surf shop. Remember when everybody wore those shirts? It was like a big deal to wear shirts from there. Yeah, and it was fun. That was when I was a good skater kid. Yeah, we had a good time.
A skater kid. I never would have pegged you as a skater.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Noah and I were both skater kids. We had so many skateboards and
Noah, I can see, but not you.
I like to skate. I think it was fun because it's like if you're like a metal or punk kid, you're probably got predisposed to skating too. You know, my uniform when I was like 14 or 15 was like, well, a lot like I dress now, black band shirt or movie shirt, shorts, and then but I always wore like a Suicidal Tendencies hat, the one that flips up and says suicidal. I
Yes.
always wore that all the time. And I'm like, why don't girls like me? Geez, I wonder why. A little frog wearing a Suicidal Tendency shirt, little fat frog wearing jams and a black.
Suicidal who?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was me skating every day out there, but always going to the newsstand to buy Fangoria, and like, who knew?
Oh yeah, that
There you
was
go.
exciting.
Yeah.
Famous Monsters too.
Oh,
I can
yeah.
still remember the way that place smelled when I went in there. It was like
Oh.
a newsstand place. So many good video games in there too.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was like Mr. Do's Wild Ride.
Oh, that's a great game. Yeah.
I know. Like that's the one no one got to play in the arcade, but we
Mm-mm.
had one. It
Oh.
was kind of rare.
We
And,
had
Tutankhamun.
I love Tutankhamun. That was a Coleco. It came out for ColecoVision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It plays pretty good on Coleco. I have it, I think.
Oh wow. I had ours had a couple pinballs, and I know they had Vanguard. Remember that?
Oh, I love
Galaxian,
Vanguard.
Yeah, Galaxian clone, and in Phoenix, which was the same kind. I think Century made it or Exidy, and they had those, and they had a small Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, I loved the small ones.
Yeah,
They were like so exotic. You're like, why is it smaller than the rest
that's
of
the
them?
first. I remember when they first got Miss Pac-Man, because you didn't know when games came out, like when stuff came out like now. And I remember when the first cinema scene happened in it, whenever the little clapboard comes up and it says they meet, and like the ghost bonk heads and Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man
Yep.
come up, I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Ms. Pac-Man. I wasn't really good at Pac-Man,
Mm-hmm.
the original. Honestly, I thought it was kind of boring.
Yeah.
But Ms. Pac-Man was so much better, and I was so good at it. I was like the one person that played, and there was a crowd around me watching me play. That's the only game I could do that at.
Oh,
But I was so good at Ms. Pac-Man.
hey, Leif. Leif said, good evening to everybody. How you doing?
I leave.
We had an arcade in Elwood, the Game Trek was the arcade, and they had like a ton of machines. Like it was like shocking how much they had. They even had some of the laser disc ones. Like they had Cliffhanger, which is the Japanese anime Lupin. They had that. They had Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, like that whole run of them. But they had so many games, and it was like, I didn't grow up in a huge town. The fact that we had an arcade with like 30 games was pretty cool.
We did too. I mean, Springdale was not a huge place, but there were so many places. And this was, during the era of free range parenting where you could just ride your bike certain places and no one was pissed that you weren't home for a couple hours. So we just go out and like play all these video games within biking distance of only a couple of minutes.
There was a arcade right across the Fifth Street Bridge, is like the big bridge in my hometown. And there was just a little brick building that had like 5 arcade games in it. And I would beg my parents to take me there all the time. Like, man, like, please take me there. And the pool hall had games too. And my dad would be like, no, I'm not taking you to the pool hall. And I'm like, oh, come on. Yeah, that was in the era that like every grocery store had a video game somewhere in there. Do you know what I mean? And like,
oh yeah,
I remember my Fisher's Big Wheel had Crossbow, and I would love to. And they had Death Race too. With the cabinet with all the skulls and stuff on it, and that little chain steering wheel.
It was really annoying too when you'd go in there and somebody was already playing it.
Yeah,
you're like shit, and they were really good, and all you could do is just stand there and watch it. And you're like, whoever you were in there with, you're like, they're going to be done shopping soon. I'm never going to get a chance to play.
The worst is when you had a shop for something like at Hills or Fisher's or one of those stores, and the whole trip you're like, I can't wait till we're done, because I just want to play whatever game's out there. Yeah. And I hope nobody's out there. And just like, I was like going crazy to get out there when I was a kid. I could not wait. I even had my video game glove, a special glove to wear so that my hand wouldn't get sweaty when I play.
People didn't understand too that like, you had to ask people for money, at least.
Oh, I did too. Yeah.
People didn't understand that like $2 wasn't going to cut it.
Mm-mm.
They're like, I don't understand. Like, how long are you going to be in there? I'm like, how long do you think a quarter lasts in an
Yeah.
arcade like that?
Oh,
Like, I've been begging you to take me to the arcade all day, and now I'm here. You're going to give me $2. I was so ungrateful.
they had our arcade did a thing where they were you got 10 tokens for an A on your report card. And then they
Ooh,
changed all the rules.
tokens.
This is the first time I did I got at the game track. I had a pretty good report cards, and I was like, man, like I had
Geo Blance.
hey, but I had like 60 credits. What kind of board did you skate with, Gio? I was a Pal Peralta Skull and Sword or Steve Caballero Street Model. I wanted to be Steve
Oh, now we have
Caballero.
skater talk.
I know, but I wanted to be
I
Steve
can't do
Caballero.
skater
really bad.
talk. I wasn't a skater.
Oh, okay. I'll just keep it to that. But I had a really cool Pal.
Oh, I don't care. It's your show too. I was just kidding.
Yeah. Noah had the Gator Rogowski board. That's what he rode. And then Gator went to jail for killing somebody.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, I was skating from like 87 to 92, maybe 93. I sucked. I mean, I'm a big fat kid. I couldn't ollie to save my life. I was so fat. But, I at least enjoyed it. The coolest part of the arcades, like you said, Bill, is like the being in one. And like we actually, when my art club, there was an arcade in Butler called Americade. And they actually did a lock-in for us where you got to play for 3 hours after they closed for like $200.
Oh, wow.
And that was like
$200.
yeah, for the whole group. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was for like 25 kids though. So it was like everybody chipped
Yeah.
in.
That's worth it then.
Yeah, it was awesome because then like you could beat games that you never got to beat. Do you know what I mean? So
it took a long time and
yeah.
a lot of money.
And some games you couldn't beat of the era that we came from. Like there was no end to Missile Command or you could like reach an end screen on Donkey Kong, but that's about a kill screen, but that's it.
But wait, Donkey Kong just started over again, didn't it? Or did
yeah,
it,
but there's if you beat it enough, there's like a kill screen where the machine shuts itself off.
What?
Yeah, where it just
that isn't right.
There's a great documentary called The King of Kong.
I saw that.
Yeah, and like there's one scene where the guy's like, "We're about to see a kill screen," and he like is running through the arcade telling everybody.
Now I remember. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My game was Berserk. That was my big game.
I loved Berserk.
It's such a good game.
How about Frenzy?
Frenzy's
Frenzy?
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah,
Frenzy's awesome.
Yeah, and also like Robotron 2084s were similar to it too, except you have the two controllers. I really like that game a lot. I like the Defender and Stargate a lot too. Like
Defender was so complicated though.
Oh my god.
There was so much shit everywhere.
You had so many controls and
yeah.
Even to turn the ship around, you had to hit another button.
I never quite got the hang of that.
Oh, and you have to like rescue those little guys.
Yeah, you like rescued them, and then the sounds it made were awesome too. Some of them were on my phone. I have like all these options for arcade sounds on my phone.
It was terrifying if you dropped one. They'd be like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But and we had a roller rink that had a lot of games, and of course, like I never really skated. I just came out to play the games, and they definitely had Galaga, and I played a lot of that.
You know what game I love too that I always forget about? Crazy Climber.
Oh, what a great game, huh?
Did you like Crazy Climber?
I loved that game. Yeah.
Oh no!
I would always be like, "What happens when you get to the top of that building?" And it's like so hard. Elevator Action's another one I played a lot of too. I like that. Mr. Do, definitely. Mr. Do's Wild Ride.
Mr. Do's Castle.
Mr. Do's Castle. Yeah.
I was real good at Castle too.
There was an awesome arcade in Youngstown, Ohio that was like 2 storefronts, and the outside of it looked like a castle. And it was just really neat.
Crystal Castles was amazing. And Marble Madness.
Marble Madness was great.
They were both roller games.
Roller games, yeah. There's another one. There's an iRobot one that Atari put out right before they stopped doing arcade ones too. And it's really cool too. Now I'm just like missing this era.
What do you feel like the best Atari 2600 game was?
Oh man, that's a rough one. By Atari or by anybody?
By anybody. Something you could play on the Atari 2600, because by today's standards, that's really crude. Mm-hmm. Even then, we knew it was crude, you know?
Yeah. So, I like Kaboom a lot.
Yes.
Kaboom's a really fun game. And I like the paddle base and Warlords. is a lot of fun because you could play it 4 players. And
Circuits Atari.
yeah, we played a lot of like those 4 player ones. Um, Yars Revenge is really good because it doesn't really depend on the graphics to be great. Like it's just like a weird, it came with like a heavy metal comic book style thing, and it was like just so cool. Like I like that. Pac-Man is not good, but I like a lot of the Demon Attack by Imagic's pretty good, and I like
Ms. Pac-Man's good.
yeah, Laser Command's really good too. Another Activision game, and Stampede. I like Stampede a lot. I like a lot of the Activision Keystone Capers. Activision made some really good games. Like their stuff was just Pitfall is great.
Pitfall, yeah.
Like that's like I always wondered in Pitfall, like how big is it? Like, will I see all of it? And then I know it repeats, but there's some cool stuff in it.
It's very zen because there's no music that plays while you're doing all that.
Yeah. I like the scene, like, you know, there's levels where like that black pit's opening and closing and you don't know where it's going to be. Like,
oh my God. Yeah.
It's cool because like they were doing so much with these like 2K games for Atari, which are so small, right? But like they would fit tons of stuff in them. Mm-hmm. And that's what was cool about them. Like, and, you know, I played Star Raiders all the time too because it came with that little keyboard that you could like arm your missiles and stuff. But yeah,
I used to think the Kingdom in Adventure was super huge.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like back when I first started playing that game, I'm like, wow, this just goes on, and it really didn't. It was actually pretty small, but
still, I mean, we got Adventure.
Or the Secret Room.
The Secret Room with a name. Yeah, we got Adventure for Christmas, and we played that game nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's just it was such an expansive, and also the look of all the Atari's own games were so cool. Like where they had the paintings, and they had like the Missile Command painting. It's stuck in my head of like how it looks from the cartridge. Like they just had a really cool like gouache, like oil rub style. Even games like Backgammon and stuff had cool paintings on them. We're like, oh, this game's gonna be awesome, and really, it's not. But that's the trick of Atari. You know, they had such a cool look with like a wood grain cabinet and like
oh yeah, it was a very elegant piece of furniture.
Yeah. And it was just like a neat, I don't know, it felt like it like made your house better. Like it wasn't like geeky. It was like, oh, this is cool. And yeah, I loved mine. I played into the 90s, was still playing my Atari before it finally broke. It was a fun system to play. Like, because sometimes even today you'll think, oh, I should go back and play that game. I probably could get through it really well. And you're like, no, those games are really hard still. There's some tough levels.
Some of them are tough. The one I always was obsessed with was Miner 2049.
Oh,
remember that one?
Yeah, that was good too. Yeah.
That took forever to get through, and it was brutal. I mean, these games that you can pause it and then start again, but where you left off, Miner, you had to start all the way back from the beginning, and it was really an accomplishment when you got to the end.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I liked Superman that Atari put out too. I thought that was fun. Obviously not E.T. That's the game that like killed a lot of Atari for folks.
I don't even remember that game. I don't think I ever played it.
I had it, and we played it nonstop a lot. So yeah, there was the Halloween game, which there was one store in Elwood that sold it. That you had to get it under the counter to get the and I wanted it so bad, that and the Texas Chainsaw game. But they were like $75. They were like higher in price because they were harder to get.
There was a Halloween Atari game too that I wanted.
And then the same company made Custer's Revenge and Beat 'em and Eat 'em, the two X-rated games for Atari as well.
I heard people talking about that in school, but I never actually played it.
Yeah, it's not good. There's a Porky's game too, I think.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's another horror. Oh, Alien.
Yeah, Alien.
There's an Alien game.
There was Haunted House too that Atari put out.
Oh, I loved Haunted House.
Yeah.
And there was Haunted House 2.
You know what other game I played a lot? Paddle game was Night Driver. That was a fun game too, because it was today the graphics are so basic, but like it was like a fun, just cool game. I remember playing it for hours.
That one worked pretty well. The space game Star Master reminded me of that also.
Yeah.
The Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Night Driver. Knight Rider.
This is a great series of films here, by the way.
Oh, yeah, this little thing.
Yeah.
I thought that would get your attention.
I love Goliath and the Vampires one because
Mhm.
I love Peplum crossover with horror. And you know how I feel about Horrors of the Black Museum, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The way that everybody should feel about it. That's how you feel about it.
Yeah.
I love this vampire looks like a kite.
Yeah.
It's like a kite trying to fly away with.
Oh, that's like three in Circus of Horrors. I mean, this is a good night at the drive-in. Oh,
Goliath and the Vampires is weird.
yeah, it is.
I was really excited to watch. I saw it on TV when I was a kid, and I don't know. I was like, "Where get to the vampire shit."
Yeah.
I didn't want any of the peplum stuff.
No, but I think now like it fits into like Hercules in the Haunted World, which is another kind of horror peplum. There's also what Rome Against the Zombies. It's
Yeah.
like an early zombies one. Like those are some pretty cool ones. I like the end of the Filoni's in Italy, like the genres in Italy, where they're like, "All right, we've done everything we can do. What if it's funny, or what if it has monsters, or what?" Do you know what I mean? Like, let's get everything we can out of it. That happens with westerns too, where they're like, "Let's do a horror crossover western, or like a giallo western."
Billy the Kid versus Dracula. It'll be
Oh.
a hit.
Yeah.
How about Jesse James versus Frankenstein's daughter?
Oh, I love it. I love horror westerns a lot. Oh, what?
Look at this. Renee Bond fans.
Yes.
Take note.
Oh, well, that's me.
And me.
Please, Bill, make sure you bring your real ID because you're going to be asked to prove age. All in caps.
Oh, yeah. It has to be a real ID now.
She's barely in Please Don't Eat My Mother, by the way. I just want to, like, she's in it for like 5 minutes, if that.
Our tribute to Mother's Day. Please Don't Eat My Mother.
My God. I love the idea of that movie. Like, what if we made another Little Shop of Horrors, but we had even less budget? And what if it was sexy? Harry Novak, I love you.
Yes. We know we shouldn't love Harry Novak, but we do.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
this
something
is
you
the
saw
ad.
on the page.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just this raw meat doesn't feel like it belongs with these, but I love it. The reason I love this ad, Bill, is across the bottom. These are 3 things that speak to me: unspeakable cults, erotic rates, strange rituals. All 3 of these things are the things that I live for. So yeah.
How about the Zuni Drive-In Theater?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you believe in demons, the occult, exorcism, you must experience these 4 films. Okay. None of these movies have anything to do with demons. Thing with Two Heads is a medical movie. Who Slew Annie Rue is like a murder mystery-ish kind of thing. Queen of Blood is an outer space movie. And Raw Meat is a cannibalism movie. But hey, free coffee after midnight. Cool. And on a Wednesday night, it's pre-4th of July, but still, I love it. This ad is beautiful.
Thrill Kill Cult used that image for something too.
Oh, did they? Oh, yeah.
I think there was like a tour shirt or something that had that on it. Speaking of Frankenstein's Bloody Terror and another tangential Frankenstein film.
Wow.
Dracula versus Frankenstein. Rather.
The Trauma-Rama.
Love tramps seduced by creatures from the grave. That sounds hot.
God. It does. That cat is hot. It's a Zuni. As is like the iron crosses and the horseshoes up there. Like I guess that, they're supposed to be shamrocks, but they look like iron crosses. I don't know what's going on at the Zuni.
And the soul train around it. I mean, it's a horseshoe.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like
it's the soul train. The soul train.
Oh my God. I watched that religiously.
Me too.
Soul Train was the bomb.
Oh my God. I was like, as a kid, I dreamed of getting to do the dance. And I'm like, I realized I was white and couldn't dance. But
there were white people on Soul Train.
Have you ever seen me dance, Bill? Like I would never be on Soul Train.
They could dance, yes. Most of the people I saw on
most
Soul
of the people
Train
could dance, yeah. Oh, wow, this is a beautiful ad. Oh, yes. Wow, Golden Voyage of Sinbad with Chosen Survivors.
Sinbad movie.
Yeah, I love that movie. And Dinorama.
Dinorama.
Yeah, look at the Chosen Survivors. A movie where they just fuck with people. You're like, is this a post-apocalyptic movie? Like, no, they're just fucking with people. That's all.
This movie, it's so many things.
Yeah.
It's an eco horror animal
Yeah.
attack movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a post apocalyptic film.
Yeah.
It's a government conspiracy film,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a personal drama.
Yeah. It's got a lot to it. It doesn't feel PG either.
This was a highly sought after film for. I don't think it ever appeared on VHS. I hadn't seen it, and I had to buy it as a bootleg somewhere. And they were like, "Oh, we have a print of Chosen Survivors, and it's, you know, the uncut version." Blah
Wow.
blah blah. Because I don't know, it seems like it very abrupt. If you notice, like by the time they go into the missile silo, they've already split off into a couple couples.
Yeah.
They're spending the night in each other's pods.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then then at the end they're like, "Hey, guess what? The world's fine. You can go back to your life now."
Things happen fast at the end of the world. That's so unrealistic. You know, they would have just killed those people.
Oh yeah.
They were never going to make it out of that silo anyway.
They would have built their family for the bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Bronson in the family with another family.
Yeah. Oh my God. Who will survive, Bill?
Only one person survived. Well,
Yeah.
2 if you count, 3 if you count the old man in Leatherface.
Yeah.
And the driver of the Black Maria, or Mariah. I think you're
Yeah.
supposed to say it, Mariah.
Me and Mariah go together like babies with pacifiers. That's some old dirty bastard from a Mariah Carey remix.
That's the one part of Texas Chainsaw that I think is completely unrealistic. Like, I find it really hard to believe that no one got away from them before.
No.
They had a yard full of shit that they've been collecting from people that they killed over the years. And
Yeah.
surely somebody would. They were not that good at what they did.
No. Well, come to the chief and find out.
Still a pretty good picture, you know.
A good picture, yeah.
Here's another good picture. This is a picture.
Oh, yeah. I just thought about this movie today.
Ringo, we saw your picture, man. What happened?
Gio, why are you confused? Let us know. He says, I'm confused. Let us know. But yeah, I love this movie. This was a fun night at the drive-in.
I think so too. Yeah. I think the El Morro, though, I think it was a hardtop theater. I'm not really sure. I just started profiling the series. This is Gallup, New Mexico. That's where the Zuni drive-in was.
Oh.
Look at this.
I know. God.
I could not wait to show you this one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a Sam double feature there. That's a pornography of violence, as they said.
It's a big idea to get used to.
Hey, by the way, your death certificate must be signed before being admitted. You can get it at the box office.
Wow, that's morbid.
Yeah. I like that the 8 greatest shocks of all time in Blood and Black Lace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What was the biggest shock in that movie for you?
Whenever the girl in the tub gets killed and the blood comes oozing out of the tub.
Oh, that was a shock, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Another shock was when that claw hit her in the face or whatever it did to her.
Oh, well, also there's that burning thing, and you're like, surely she's not going to get her face put against it. And Bob is like,
she did.
Anything. Yeah, he's like, I'll do anything. I don't care. Yeah.
That poor woman. Look, here's Night of the Living Dead back with 2 other stunners.
Touch of Satan.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
this is where the fish live.
Yeah, it is where the fish. I just was thinking about it, and also it makes Rosemary's Baby look like a Sunday school picnic. Does it? Okay.
No,
it doesn't. These are PG rated, but it's cool. Pretty good. They're rated pretty good.
Honestly, Rosemary's Baby is not all that threatening.
No. It's like a Sunday. Have you been to a Sunday school picnic? It's a lot like Rosemary's Baby.
Shut up, you're in Dubrovnik. I don't hear you. When she says that to him.
Yeah.
After they come through, she comes through the secret door.
Oh.
And after all they've done to her, they're embarrassed that they lied to her about going to Dubrovnik. That is a fucked up movie.
Yeah.
I have to say, it is pretty fucked up. I just get angry for her.
Yeah, I think it's one of the few heroes of a horror movie that I'm actually behind more than
Yeah.
anybody else. Yeah.
Her husband, it's her husband that I'm most pissed at.
Oh,
Because,
well,
he's
yeah.
the one that like really fucked her over.
He did. And as we learn later, like his life's not really that great.
I know. Yeah.
If we are, the Almora was still open according to Jenny. Oh, tell us.
Oh yeah,
more.
it is. It's still operational.
Yeah, wow. I love it.
And Mark of the Devil, of course.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Did you get a barf bag?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you give to live forever? I'm fine. I can't.
I'm okay with dying.
I'm okay with dying. Yeah. When I was younger, I'm like, I hope I never die. Now I'm older. I'm like,
yeah. I'm like, could you imagine
cool. Yeah,
living forever?
Yeah. I mean,
No
I'm pretty
thanks.
exhausted, to be fair. Okay. Everything here, right? This is a bill. Did you program this? Did you go back in time and program this? Because I know you love Sugar Hill.
Yeah.
The Bat People is the very definition of a Bill movie.
Check.
Return to Count Yorga, you love it. You love Yorga.
Check.
Blood and Lace, love.
Double check.
Vic Tayback. Yeah, and then Free Bloody Bobs? What are Bloody Bobs?
I don't know.
Haircuts?
Yeah. They're going to really fuck up your hair and cut you.
Shock Show twice. This is a Bill night at the movies. This is all Bill. All Bill.
And there's that Iron Cross.
Yeah, Iron Cross, the weird cat, as Jenny said. Doug McClure's name sneaking into the right over there. I mean, there's a lot going on at the Zuni. But I'm here for it. Bat People is a romantic movie too, as we said. It is definitely is.
Oh, it's a drama.
Yeah. It's
a drama with horror overtones.
Would you say that it's a early elevated? Just kidding. I can't even get it out.
It's practically the sequel to Midsummer. Okay.
It is like A24 is like, we should have made Bat People. Like we've been trying to make Bat People, and
that's
you know what
they've been reaching for.
If they fucking did it, I would love them. Like, yeah, you know what? We decided we're gonna make a movie like Bat People, and
a vacant movie full of ennui
and slowness, and then the end is super romantic as they go together. Like
it's a happy ending, even though nobody wins.
Yeah, and I love it. I love Count Yorga. Oh,
sorry, I skipped to the other.
Oh, what a watermelon eating contest! Car smash night.
There's also a race to the bathroom after the watermelon.
Oh my god!
Contest.
Could you? I knowing they fixed up the bathrooms at the Riverside, but really not.
I would never eat a whole bunch of watermelon at the drive-in. Sorry.
My nightmare at the Riverside is that I'm going to have to poop. Like, I have to tell. Like, it's rough.
I would never want to go number 2 at the drive-in.
No, I would build a tower of toilet paper where you would see my head poking up over the top.
I can't remember if I ever did.
I never have. And I just can't.
I had to have, but I don't remember.
That's the thing. Like I know, I
blocked it out. Probably.
Yeah, as you should. Likey license number night. How do you even play that game? Like this is very much a. Also, I like the at the movies is repeated.
Car smash night, Sam.
Yeah,
we furnish cars and sledgehammers.
Yeah.
Did they give you glasses too?
No safety equipment needed.
Could you imagine that promoting an event like that and you're a business?
They would do this a lot in the 70s where they would bring out like foreign cars, like Toyotas and stuff, and say, "Hey, smash this car." Why? What do they do after? Like, there's going to be glass everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, people can get hurt doing it. Glass can fly back and hit you in the eye.
You're going to have like 30 people swinging sledgehammers at the same time. What bad can happen?
Right, yeah.
We furnish, I don't know what else. God. Win prizes, surprises.
It sounds like that stupid Death to Disco thing where they burn
Disco
records.
Demolition Night. Yes. I just watched. It's in that movie that I sent you, that house music night.
I know. I watched it.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. I always thought that was really stupid.
It's the dumbest thing because like they're like, what if we blow up this thing in the middle of the field and then suddenly everybody gets on the field? Like, how is it gonna? Uh, I don't get it.
A stupid event
A
created by
stupid
stupid people.
by Steve Dahl, yeah, of Steve and Gary fame. Yeah, I used to listen to the Loop as a kid. Somehow it got the whole way to Pittsburgh, and I would listen to it, and I'd be like, "Oh wow, we don't have any radio like this in Pittsburgh." Now I'm, not a kid. But how about Beyond the Door? Let's talk about that, right? The best from Hollywood and maybe Italy. Beyond the Door.
Yeah, that's the best part. I had to leave that in there.
Oh,
And this is the movie that the other movies that pretend to be about exorcism,
yeah.
this really does deliver the stuff that you're looking for.
This is it right here. This and I have to say it, but Eerie Midnight Horror Show is my other big Exorcist ripoff, and Magdalena. Those are the three I think. If you get those three, I think you're set. But Beyond the Door is the best one.
But it was Magdalena, this, and what was the other one?
Eerie Midnight Horror Show,
Okay.
aka Enter the Devil. That's my
No Abby?
Yeah, maybe Abby too. Yeah, definitely Abby. I like Return of the
Abby.
Exorcist too.
Yeah, that one too.
But Beyond the
not
Door is
Demon Witch Child though.
no. But Beyond the Door is great. Like I love it.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Yeah.
It's
And
definitely the scariest out
it's
of all
definitely
the
the scariest. It's
the
got
Exorcist ripoffs.
the best art too. It's got great art. Look at that.
This?
Yeah.
Look, her face is on there twice.
That's why it's great. They're so like grows. Like this whole ad looks like a repetition of images. Like I love it.
Why is she so mean?
I want to take this ad to the prom.
It wasn't an accident. I wanted to break it.
I wanted to break it.
It wasn't an accident.
Yeah.
I wanted to break it. I wanted to break it.
Oh,
Etc.
I like Beyond the Door too as well.
The Antichrist. There's the other one I was.
Oh, the
mentioning.
Antichrist is
Thanks.
great. Okay, thank you. Yeah, aka the Tempter. Yeah,
The Tempter.
the Tempter.
That's such a dumb title. I don't know. I think the Antichrist, that really goes for it.
But they were like, this town's really Catholic. Do you know what I mean?
guess
Like,
they
do
couldn't.
people want to go see the Antichrist? Pittsburgh Catholic probably rated it O, morally offensive, and they're like, no, good Catholic, we'll go see the Tempter. You can go see. That's fine.
Beyond the Door, though, is surprisingly unreligious.
Yeah,
It's a non-religious exorcism movie. Very strange.
very very strange. But
Speaking of The Exorcist,
aw,
I thought this was really cute
It
because
is.
you can see the connection, right, between these two films.
yeah, John Borman.
Mm-hmm.
Aw,
Would
your
go
mother.
on to direct the sequel to The Exorcist.
Yeah. In one movie, your mother will suck cocks in hell, and in the other movie, you will squeal like a pig. A great night at the theater. At the Chief.
Squeal like a pig.
Oh,
Poor Ned Beatty.
poor Ned Beatty, yeah. He didn't even get his name in the ad. Look what he went through. He didn't even get his name in the ad.
I know.
Mm.
WTF.
Every time I see the Chief, I think of, how they used to call Art Rooney, the owner of the Steelers, the Chief.
Yes.
And he always had the big cigar. Tom Atkins played him in the stage thing. A lot of young kids in Pittsburgh call smoking blunts chiefing because there's that statue of Art Rooney smoking the big cigar. So, that's what Noah calls it. He's like, you want to go chief? I'm like, yeah, let's go chiefing. That's what you call when you smoke weed. And so I think of him all the time like that. So there you go. Hey,
It's a great connection to make.
yeah. Want to see what came in the mail? A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
This is like weeks of stuff, right? If we've been off. So
Yeah, you better have some good shit for us.
this is the best. I'm starting with the best one. This is the new, this is from Eureka. Terror in the Fog, the Wallace Cremini set. Holy shit, 5 of the first Creamy movie that came out from CCC. I also got the great, what's that other set that they just put out? Dr. Mabuse set that they put out, and comes after those. This is a great thing. I love it. Let's see, we got this is from '88 Films, Lady and the Law of the Law. That's Shaw Brothers. New animated film called Rock Bottom. That's from MVD. Them Rock and the Rapacious Jailbreaker. Those are from Radiance, and then this is another Gate of Flesh. Ooh, some pinky violence, as they say. And this is Van Papel, which I know nothing about, but I'm going to check that out. And then I got Samurai in Time from Third Window. Third Window's been putting out a lot of great Japanese stuff, and I'm super into everything they've been putting out. Let's see, here's stack number 2. We got the new Andromeda Strain. That's from UHD of it. That's from Arrow. And we got the Boxman and Steppenwolf from Arrow. This awesome Chang-Chi set. Been watching a lot of Chang-Chi stuff from Shaw Brothers. And then Arrow just put out Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X on UHD. And I watched Jason
X.
I watched Jason Goes to Hell in UHD, and it was cool. I hadn't seen it in a long time, and it was like a neat way of getting back into it. But it doesn't feel like a Friday the 13th movie, but you don't have that.
Neither does Jason X, really. Well, I guess Jason X kind of does.
Bikini Car Wash 1 and 2.
Oh, I thought you were done.
From MVD. No, that's that one. And then the last new one, then I got some gifts to share that I got. But Tunnel Vision, which you've seen the ads for a couple times. That's MVD, just put that out. And they did like a little 5-day, it looks like an old rental tape. And then Mark gave me these at the drive-in. Mark Dockham got The Laughing Dead, which is from Vinegar Syndrome, and Alien Private Eye. And he said, hey, that movie sucks, so I decided to give it to you. Thanks. As well as Rabid Grannies from Troma. And then I actually bought one movie. Bill knows what I got. Night of the Sorcerers and The Lorelai's Grasp, which we have shown on the show before. But God damn, look at those bikinis. I
love the Sorcerers chicks.
But I finally got through. There's a new Arrow V Cinema Japanese direct to VHS Arrow box set that is amazing. It has one of the female Prisoner Scorpion movies on it that from '94 that I'd never seen, and it's really, really, really good. That whole set's awesome, and the Dr. Mabuse set is great because it's really neat seeing the series go from its origins of Fritz Lang doing the first one, and then suddenly by the end they're Eurospy movies. But they also feel like Giallo a few times, and they feel like Krimi a few times. Really neat. And they actually, for the last movie, they knew Thunderball was coming out, so they said, what if we put in some scuba diving fight scenes so we can get ahead of Thunderball? So pretty neat set.
Shrewd,
yeah. But
very shrewd.
Eureka's putting out some awesome stuff, especially here in the U.S. So some really cool stuff coming out. So I have a lot of movies to get to. Look for those on the site over this week. I'm in the middle of the V horror set right now, doing reviews of that. And then I don't know if you saw, Bill, I started doing the Weird Wednesday coverage of like movies that have played the Alamo Draft House on Wednesdays based on the book. So this week I did 13 Frightened Girls, which I'd never seen, one of the few Castle movies I hadn't seen. 976 Evil, 99 Women, A-Bar, the first Black Superman, and The Abductors, which, God damn it, I love that movie. It feels like a movie A.C. Nicholas would make. It's the second of the 3 Ginger movies. And boy, that's a movie you should watch in the shower. Do you know what I mean? You're going to feel scuzzy as you watch it. So yeah, I really liked The Abductors. There's a version of it on YouTube that has a half an hour cut out. And anytime anyone swears, they totally cover their mouth out and blur it. It's still it's still scuzzy even with that. There's also the other two
kind of thing. That's
Ginger.
censorship.
Yeah, there's Ginger and Girls Are for Loving too, which are the other two. So I'm gonna definitely check those out. But yeah, look for more stuff. And also new podcasts went up on beyond the one I did with Phil. My new podcast went up this week, and this week was Don't Answer the Phone. You shouldn't. Don't answer it.
You'll know you're alone.
Don't know you're alone.
We don't know how, but he'll know.
He'll know. And boy, what a creep! Adios, creep, as they say at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
I said in the episode, when people are like, "Oh, video nasties aren't that bad," they haven't seen this one. Like, this is probably the one that they should be watching. It's
That is the movie that everybody should have been upset about.
yeah,
Even though everybody was upset about slashers, Don't Answer the Phone was the real deal.
and it's
That
from
was
like
what was upsetting
1980
people.
too. Like, it's like
Yeah.
it just feels, even the end of it, like nobody gets. It's just great. Clay says he's stoned as fuck and watching Fulci's House of Horrors
Right on.
party movie. You're living it, dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations. This is where life gets good.
We definitely approve.
Yeah, I mean, what am I going to do when this show's over? So I'm just fucking. I'm probably going to watch a Fulci movie too. That's what I do.
Speaking of Fulci movies, you just saw that ad up for the Grindhouse releasing
Oh.
of the Beyond 4K UHD Deluxe Edition. Go get it. Tons of fabulous special features, including an ad gallery for me.
Yeah, that's
I love
amazing.
when people send me pictures of it. I haven't gotten one yet. They are going to send it to me, I guess, but I haven't gotten mine yet.
I saw people complaining about it. They're like, "Oh, well, the movies kind of fall." It's like, shut the fuck up.
Really?
Like, yeah, like I guess the movies, like they don't like the way that the movies slide into it, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. Be happy you have it. Vince said these are the other ones. I got to tell you, I think about Pieces a lot. I really think Pieces is a top 10 movie for me. And I know it's junk, right? But it's the best taste in junk.
It's not, yeah.
I know I'm going to have 2 more pieces of pizza when I smoke after the show. And like, is it going to be the best cuisine I've ever had? No. But that's what Pieces is to me. Pieces is just like, hey, you know what? It lives up to its tagline. It's exactly what you think it is. Like, what do you want? Like, I just want to see people get killed. Like, yeah, that's how you do it. And also, my belly hurts from eating bad chop suey.
That's a classic standout moment.
Oh, it really is. Yeah. So
and the Georges together.
The Georges,
you know, as a package, like they were into swinging, but they didn't swing solo. If you know what I mean.
Do you think he watched House Where Evil Dwells? Yeah, that's the one that she's in with John Saxon, right? Or is it Beyond Evil? Yeah, Beyond Evil. I'm sure Christopher George should just like watching. He's like, my wife's doing a love scene with Saxon. This is hot.
That should have been me.
Yeah, it should have been me. He's like, "What? I got to go eat another banana with a knife? Come on!" But you know,
I did include those ads, Leaf.
I
got lots of those good quotes where they both raved about it. One of them said it was my favorite haunted house movie. That's what somebody called it, an excellent haunted house movie. I'm like, I never really thought about it as a haunted house movie, but I guess that's what it is.
No, but you know, whatever it takes to sell it. Oh, Don said Pieces is pure exploitation. Yep, you're completely right.
Yeah, it's well made.
Yeah.
You know, even though it is an exploitation, it's trashy, but it's paced so well. The director is great at, you know, never boring you. And there's that whole experience that we had when we screened it, and that was the movie that got the best reaction out of the 3 that we showed. It was Pieces, Alice, Sweet Alice, and Nightmare. And the other 2 movies left the audience shell-shocked. Pieces had them roaring at the end, especially the grand finale.
Oh,
amazing.
Penis destruction.
Yes. For no reason whatsoever.
No reason whatsoever. It has like how, like, but whatever. Are we to believe this is a world where every child has access to dirty puzzles? Yes.
Paul Smith is so hot, Gio. You're totally right.
Yes. Paul Smith.
You know I feel that way.
Yep. There's something for everybody in Pieces. You learn about there's nothing better than getting high and fucking on a waterbed, right? Like,
I don't think that's true, but that's
no. I gotta tell you, it's not true. It feels.
I have vertigo. I don't want that.
When you get older and have a bad back, do you really feel like fucking on a waterbed? Like,
I don't want to get on a waterbed. I hate waterbeds. No.
I remember the last time I was on a waterbed was I was dating a girl in Kansas, Lawrence, Kansas, We were driving back across the U.S., staying at different friends' houses. One of her friends had a waterbed, and she fell asleep right away. I lay down, and I could not sleep, and just the whole bed was moving the whole night, and I was like, "This is terrifying." Like,
Yeah, I hate it.
I hated it. And there were waterbed commercials all the time on TV in the 70s telling you about how they were the future. Like you could get a heated one.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
no.
mean? No, I don't.
Mark had one when I met him.
Really?
Yeah, he had a waterbed. In fact, when he moved in with me, he brought it with him.
And you're like,
I
you
was
leave
like,
that on the fucking curb. You're like, I don't want that.
It was in our basement the entire time we lived in that house together because I was like, I'm sorry, I am not setting that waterbed up.
No. But you know what? It feels like a trend that people are going to bring back, doesn't it? People are like, waterbeds are back. And you're like, but
whatever.
I hope they don't. But
I just didn't like it. I couldn't get out of it.
No, that's what I don't like about it. Like,
it's painful to get out of a waterbed.
No, I know. Where am I going to put my special pillow that I have to sleep with now? My wedge pillow. Oh God, how old? When you're
doesn't
older,
work on a waterbed.
No, I know. So, God.
Well, anyway, she died on a waterbed. So what did she know?
Right?
She got stabbed real good.
Stabbed real good in the waterbed.
By the Pieces Killer.
The Pieces Killer. God, a good movie. I really do love it. It's the kind of movie that if I met somebody and they didn't like it, I would probably not ever talk to them again. I would understand why they don't like it, but I would not like them. And it's that.
What is there to talk about after that?
There's nothing. Yeah. I went on a date with a girl once and we went to Dairy Queen. She's like, these ice cream cakes are disgusting. Why would they even have them? And I was like, do you not like joy? Do you like what is wrong with you? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking ice cream cake. It's like Cookie Puss. Like, it's great. Like, can you like? And I know it's like, yeah. Thank you very much, as Fred Carvel would say. His voice sounded terrifying.
Willie the Whale.
Willie the Whale. God. Becca is always like, can we get Cookie Puss? And I'm like, they don't make them. They just have the Carvel cakes at Giant Eagle. They don't have Cookie Puss.
I don't know. I tried one of those Carvel cakes. At least the ones you got at Giant Eagle were terrible. I didn't like
Were they?
It. Have you had one?
No. I just, WOR always had the ads, and the ads were so poorly made.
Yeah.
Like, they were keyed out and stuff. Like, it just looked nuts, and his voice was in it for so long, and I was like, I got to go to a Carvel. And never got to go to one.
Well, you could get one at the Giant Eagle, like you said, but it just was not good. Maybe the ones you could get there were better.
Walmart has them too now. I saw them there, and I tried to talk Becca a couple times into get one. She's like, "It's $25," and I was like, "Yeah."
It was a lot of money. Didn't they mail it to you, like in a freeze-dried?
Yeah,
with dry ice in it or something.
I told her it's an eighth of the Black Emanuel box set. Right? That's what $25 means to me. This is all money I will use from now on will be based on the Black Emanuel set. So,
well, you can tell her that when she's on the show.
Oh, no, I won't say that in person. Yeah, Becca's coming on the show. Her birthday was a couple weeks ago, but she's going to do a birthday episode. She's already picked her 2 movies. So, pretty exciting. One's a new one, too. But
Fudgy the Whale?
That's not her movie. Yeah, Fudgy the Whale is the whale's name.
Oh, I thought it was Willie the Whale.
Well, no. I think it's Fudgy, yeah. There's another cake that is like the same one. They just flip it upside down.
Oh, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just weird that like Cookie Puss is the name of it.
Cookie Puss.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to go
like
to
a Bond girl.
It does. I know that the 60s were a different time, but
Ursula Andress plays Cookie Puss.
She plays Cookie Puss. But yeah, I dreamed of going there. I dreamed of going to Action Park, of course, and I would have died at Action Park as a fat child. And I dreamed of going to Crazy Eddie's. Because WOR seemed like another world, like the world of New York when we had WOR. I'm like, that's in my small Western Pennsylvania town. I'm like, I'm never going to get to go to New York. You know,
I wanted to go to the Haunted Mansion at Long Branch.
Oh, right. Yes, Reggie is sleeping, Beth. Let me take a look. Oh, he's knocked out. Yeah, he's sleeping.
Oh, you said he was going to be barky, so it's probably a good thing he's sleeping, right?
It's a good thing. And then we're going to take him up and see if he'll pee on his pad, and then he will go to bed with me in the bedroom. He doesn't get in the bed, though, because he jumped out of the bed once, and it's terrifying because he's so small. Like, he's basically like a chinchilla-sized dog. Like, there's nothing to Reggie. Yeah. I don't think his dad was 4 pounds. Stormy is his dad's name. And Lily is his mom's name. She's 5, so he's not going to get big. He's going to be just a little crate for the rest of his life, just a little guy. Little boy in a big world, but I love him. So
that's the way you like them, right?
What,
those
little
teeny,
boys?
tiny little dogs.
Becca does. I've never had a big. Teen was bigger. Teen was like about 12 or 15 pounds. I thought you meant that's how you like them, little boys. I'm like,
no.
Sorry,
I didn't mean for it to sound like that. No, the dogs. You always have. Well, you've had. I thought Teen was the size of Cubby.
No, Teen was like was twice Cubby's size. He was like about 12 or 15 pounds.
So he was Vivi's weight.
Yeah.
Then Vivi's 12.5 pounds.
Yeah, and then Cubby was about under 8. He was about 7 pounds, so he was smaller. But yeah, Becca really likes small dogs. Like, she likes having little tiny ones. Though today she played with the pit bull all day because her cousin in Seattle has a pit bull, so she hung out with that dog. So yeah. So she's very excited. I have to take Reggie to the airport. I have to be at the airport at like 10 tomorrow, so that's not too bad. But so I think, I smoke the rest of this and drink the rest of this whiskey I've been drinking. I think I'll be fine. I'll certainly be able to get up on time tomorrow morning.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
I mean, I don't even need to set the alarm. My body will naturally wake me up. Yeah. You know how that goes.
Are we on next week?
Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah.
Let me check.
I think so.
I don't know. Something's telling me that it's going to be the week after next, but we had a very strange schedule this May. Oh, no.
Do we or not?
Yeah, we're on next week.
We're on the 17th and 24th, but not the 31st.
Yes, not the 31st. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got us 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Of which the first you watched tonight. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight on the program. We always look forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah. And next week you'll have Curse of the Headless Horseman and Carnival of Blood.
Carnival of Blood. Not Malatesta's Carnival of Blood, which we already did.
Yeah.
But the other Carnival of Blood.
And then the next one is Becca's birthday show.
Right. That's the last weekend that we're doing, the 24th.
24th. But even her birthday was May 1st, but that's okay. And Becca will be on, and maybe I'll make a drink she likes, which is nothing. She doesn't like any of the drinks I make. But, that's okay. And, yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Bill, for doing the show. This was a lot of fun, especially after being away for a while. And work's been nuts, but it's fun to hang out and do the show as always. Thanks. We had some new folks in here, so thanks for everybody that came out and said hello.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed the movies, and we hope you'll come back next week for Carnival of Blood and Curse of the Headless Horseman.
Oh, Curse of the Headless Horseman.
Till then, have a great week, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Under 17 not admitted without parents or guardian. Under 17 not admitted without parents or guardian.